One of the questions I get all the time as a realtor in Nanaimo is Nanaimo safe? I'm Rob Freeman, realtor with Stonehaus Realty here in Nanaimo, and today we're going to talk about perception versus reality of safety in Nanaimo. Many people only watch the news or read the headlines, which may paint a really bad picture of Nanaimo. In reality, I don't think it's nearly as bad as people think it is. Obviously, there's some common sense safety tips that are going to apply no matter what city you live in, but I don't think Nanaimo's any worse than any city of about 100,000 people. An often quoted survey is from 2023 where Nanaimo was the 6th worst city for nonviolent crime in all of Canada. Well, that's great, but statistics can be manipulated any way you want them to be. One of the reasons we actually rank so high, the RCMP actually has a fair number of resources here in Nanaimo dedicated to crime. So the statistics and the numbers reported may actually be higher here because they're actually being recorded. If you live somewhere else, they may just not even be mentioned. One of my favorite things as a realtor is the misconception or perception of the North versus the South in Nanaimo. I live in the South. I don't mind a little bit of grit. The North is perceived as being the better area of town. Downtown, South Nanaimo is where the druggies live. It's got all the crime. It's bad, whereas the North is this utopia. Well, not always the case. I may be a little bit biased, but there's crime everywhere. One of my favorite things, having moved here from the Lower Mainland 10 years ago, is the inevitable clip in the summertime when someone in West Point Grey says, "Oh my God, my purse was stolen from my window. This is a nice neighborhood. I can't believe that happened here." Well, guess what? Your window was open, you had a Louis Vuitton bag sitting there, and you just have nicer stuff. It's common sense. Lock your windows, lock your doors, don't leave things in your cars. You're gonna have crime anywhere. I haven't had a club on my car since I moved to Nanaimo in 10 years. I feel completely safe living here. That being said, I'm not gonna leave my laptop sitting on the front seat. That's on me. That's got nothing to do with where we live. There have been some random attacks that have been reported in the media, and that's exactly what they are. They're random. You can't game plan for crazy. You just can't. You can either live in your house with bars on your windows, your doors locked, never go outside and live in fear, or just realize there are some crazy people in the world. I don't want to offend any people by saying crazy, but mental health is a real thing here in Nanaimo and everywhere. And when you factor in, we do have a little bit of a drug problem here as well. Yes, there have been some random incidents here in Nanaimo, but just like anywhere, it's the 80-20 rule. It's really 20% of the high-risk offenders who are committing 80% of the crimes, whether that's physical assaults, property crime, they're opportunistic crimes. And when you combine mental health with drug addiction, you're gonna get a little bit of crazy. And unfortunately, that happens everywhere. I shouldn't have to say it, but common sense is not so common these days. No matter what city you're in, don't get drunk at 3 in the morning and wander down a dark alley that you don't know where you are by yourself. That's not just a Nanaimo problem. Again, it's just common sense. Don't leave expensive things and valuables visible in your car. I wouldn't do that anywhere. Overall, I love living in Nanaimo. The people here are really friendly and helpful. Yes, there are some mental health issues. Yes, there are some drug issues. I wouldn't focus too much on the media. Negative headlines sell papers. It's an old saying in media that if it bleeds, it leads. So happy stories don't sell papers, unfortunately. The media paints a lot of doom and gloom about Nanaimo, but overall, this is a fantastic place to live. I have young boys. I'm really glad they get to grow up here. I wouldn't change it for anything. Obviously, we can get better as a city, and there's lots of improvements that are happening. So hopefully in 10 years, it's even better than it is today. I'm Rob Freeman with Stonehaus Realty here in Nanaimo. If you want the real scoop on what it's like living in Nanaimo, I'm always happy to talk real estate and my experiences living here, having moved here from the mainland. Make sure you subscribe below. You'll get updated when new videos come out each week with more great content like this. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you checking out the channel. We'll see you at the next one.